I appreciate all the white activists and all your work fighting ICE and fighting Trump and fighting this white supremacist regime. Too often, you guys lose sight of what the fuck the problem is. The problem is our white supremacist culture, white people. We are in this mess because the white man and the white woman love white supremacy. That's the only reason that we are all suffering. That's why our liberties are going. That's why innocent people are dying in the street, including white people. It's because of the white man's fucked up love of white supremacy. And that is the message that not enough white activists talk about. Go to the fucking root. What is the fucking root of the problem? White people and their white supremacist bullshit. That's how we got in this fucking mess. Call it what it is. White supremacy and white people. That is why we're under a white supremacist regime. White people are too goddamn racist. And if they're not perpetrating racism, they're fucking denying it or being silent about it. Apathy. Gaslighting. All fucking day, every goddamn day. Let's call it what it is. Until white people fix their fucking bullshit, their racist asses, everyone suffers.
Shalom, shalom. This the brother Mawam coming back with another sit down. And Lord willing, it's edifying. But before I get started, I want to give all praises to Yahweh Bahasham, Yahweh Shah Bahasham Harakak Wadash, and double honors to the apostles, great millstone, rule and teach well, and honors and salutations to the men of the Lord doing the same and teaching the same. All right. I don't have a title for this lesson, but pretty much, the wicked has been revealed. All right. The wicked has been revealed. Okay. And that wicked being Esau, the so-called white man. All right. And let me get this, start off with this precept. Okay. Spirit of his mouth. Bear with me. Here you go. It's 2 Thessalonians chapter 2 and verse 8. All right. And it says, and then shall the wicked be revealed, whom the Lord shall consume with the spirit of his mouth, and shall destroy with the brightness of his coming. Right? The wicked that rules the earth, being the Edomites, the so-called white people. All right? And it says, and shall destroy with the brightness of his coming. Right? So when the Lord and the angels come back in those chariots, so-called UFOs, they're going to take over the world. All right. Okay. And don't forget you got terrorists. You got Edomites. You got Edomites that look like Israelites. You got Edomite men that's marrying and giving into marriage unto Israelite women. And the children coming out looking like Israelites. We got the spirit and the spirit and the DNA of an Edomite. Okay. So it's the same thing for the northern kingdom. All right. The Latin tribes. All right. And so on and so on. So this Job 9:24, the earth is given into the hand of the wicked. He covereth the faces of the judges thereof. If not, where and who is he? Okay. And the wicked, the Edomites have cover the faces of the judges. The main judge being Yahweh Shah. Okay. They have whitewashed the images. Lied. Lied about the description. Of the Heavenly Father and His only begotten Son and the angels and the people of the book. All right. Let me get another precept. So these people are guilty. You can't get them out of this judgment that the Lord has for them. Okay, remove landmarks. Should pop up. Put mark. Should have came. Bear with me, unless it's separate. Lord willing, it pop up. Let's see. Here you go. This Job 24 and 2. Job 24 and 2. Some remove the landmarks, they violently take away flocks and feed thereof. All right. And it's written in another place as well. Okay. And that's exactly what Esau has done and continue to do. So as time goes on and Esau is constantly losing power and control around the world and within their uh, own kingdom, they're going to crash out. Okay. Esau is getting ready to crash out. He's getting ready to come down with great wrath. Okay. So all you coons, all right, all you people that's trying to justify the actions, the rape, rob, and murder, okay, the lies, the pretending, you're not gonna be able to justify what Esau is about to do now. Excuse me. So this Proverbs 28 and 15. As a roaring lion and a raging bear, so is a wicked ruler over the poor people. Okay? So all Esau does is oppress, and it's getting to the point. Esau is oppressing his own people in the process of oppressing the Israelites and oppressing the other nations. And all type of everything that's done in the dark is coming into the light. Everything done in the closet is coming out. So all this them crippling other nations using sanctions and tariffs and using their military might to start confusion in these other nations, and be having a hand in different wars and proxy wars. All that information is coming out. And don't forget, you have Maduro, all right, president of Venezuela. He said that the people over there in the Holy Land, wasn't the true Jews. Okay, he said that. Okay, so it's all the gig is up. Okay, the gig is up. All right. This Ecclesiasticus 10 and 3. An unwise king destroyeth his people. An unwise king destroyeth his people, but through the prudence of them which are in authority, the city shall be inhabited. The power of the earth is in the hand of the Lord, and in due time he will set over it one that is profitable. Okay? And that's what the Lord is going to do. All right? The Lord is going to create a new heavens and a new earth. All right? You're not going to have this current power or authority on the earth. And let's get that in 2nd Ezra. All right, 2nd Ezra 6 and 9. 2nd Ezra 6 and 9. For Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth. And when you go into the word world, it's talking about the end of an age. Okay? All right? So when the Lord comes, that's going to be the end of Esau's rulership. Okay? And you can't deny that Esau doesn't rule the world. Their actions with Venezuela shows that they rule the world. And now the other nations have some power, all right? And they and the scriptures say that. Let's get that. Bear with me. No, I think it's 18. Bear with me. Revelation 18. 1 hour with the beast. Let me type that in. Bear with me. 1 hour. Here you go. Verse 12. Revelation 17 and 12. Here you go. All right. This Revelation 17 and 12. And the 10 horns which thou sawest are 10 kings, talking about the EU, European Union, which are now I forgot the exact number, but it's like 20-something nations. Okay. Which it says, and the 10 horns which thou sawest are 10 kings, which have received no kingdom as yet, but receive power as kings 1 hour with the beast. These have one mind and shall give their power and strength unto the beast. Right. So these nations, they adopt the ways and the philosophies and the democracy from America. Okay, and they vow to use the American dollar to buy and trade, and they've been to the will of Babylon the Great America. But in the process, these nations are going to realize that they got screwed. These nations are going to be tired. They're tired of Babylon the Great. Okay, and that's why they're preparing for war. Okay, that's what it is. Yeah, this Revelation 18 and bear with me. And I'm gonna get bear with me. Nations. All right, we still got time. Bear with me. Here you go. And I'm gonna start. I'm gonna just get 7. And I already had it highlighted, but I'm gonna read it again. So this Jeremiah 51 and 7. Babylon have been a golden cup in the Lord's hand, and that made all the earth drunken. The nations have drunken of her wine, therefore the nations are mad. All right, and that wine, once again, it represents, democracy, the philosophies, and the ways of life, from Babylon the Great America, its policies and what it views as, right and wrong. Okay. Just like over there in Africa, it was a situation where, Babylon the Great was trying to stand up, for the LGBTQ community over there in Africa. And I forgot if it was in Ghana or something like that. But they was all the way, basically all the way in a whole nother country, trying to make that country accept, the LGBTQ community. Okay. So if that don't show you that, they have, all the power and they rule the earth, the Esau rule the earth, you just, if you don't see it by now, it's just not meant for you to see it. All right. And I think there's all the precepts I wanted. Okay. So it's crystal clear. It's been crystal clear who's the wicked on the earth and who rules the earth. Esau, Edom. But now it's being made more and more obvious. So all the doubters, all the scoffers, you're looking stupid. You're looking stupid because now you're trying to justify this devil, and this devil keep doing, stacking up charges against themselves. All right. And the Lord see all this. All right. So Esau is justifying their own judgment that's coming on them. All right. Which is that nuclear destruction. All right. World War III, the Battle of Armageddon. Okay. So Lord willing, that was edifying. Want to end it and give all praises to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shah, Bahasham, and Salakia. One more precept. Salakia, it's another precept popped in my mind. All right. Let me see. Yeah, this precept popped up in my mind. I wasn't gonna get it at first, but I might as well get it. There's Revelation 9 and 18. By these three was the third part of men killed, and that third part of men represents Esau, Edom, the so-called white man. Okay. All right. So it represents and their nations, their kingdoms. Okay, wherever you got Esau, Edom at, all right. You're gonna have nuclear missiles flying. And Babylon the Great, America is prophesied to be turned into a desert. All right. All through the scriptures. Isaiah 14. All right, and so on and so on. So it says, by these three was the third part of men killed by the fire and by the smoke and by the brimstone which issued out of their mouths. Okay, and this is talking about the nuclear missiles. For their power is in their mouth. All right, the nuclear warhead. And in their tails, for their tails were like unto serpents. All right, which represents the delivery system. All right, and had heads, and with them they do hurt. All right, talking about them warheads. Okay, because that's what actually caused the destruction. Okay, the multiple warheads that's in the nuclear missiles. Okay. And brothers, beginning with the elder apostles, great millstone, down to the least of us, if you combine all those sit downs that we done did and showing you the videos of how, an ICBM missile actually works and how it leaves the silo, leaves the silo and break apart as it travels through the sky. Okay. So it's thousands upon thousands of sit downs on every topic. On all prophecy, you can find thousands and thousands of sit downs. Okay. So that you Israelites is without excuse. Okay, if you don't repent before it's too late, you so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans who are Israelites, before it's too late, hey, you just meant to be destroyed. Okay, so I want to end it and give all praises to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shah, Bahasham, Harakakbadash. Double honors to the elder apostles, great millstone, rule and teach well, and honors and salutations to the men of the Lord doing the same teaching. Shalom.